All right.
Oh yeah.
Late C show because reasons. Fucking
Because we're lazy fucks that don't have a schedule.
yeah. Usually around the week when it happened is what I go with, but fuck it. I just want to do it before the next pay-per-view.
Absolutely.
I fell back on my bed.
So,
Hi.
Welcome to the shit.
how about
Good
that
show.
No Mercy?
Yep.
Eh.
Was the show?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
So, this was a show of really good matches and surprise, surprise finishes we disagree with.
Doesn't that seem to happen a lot nowadays with WWE?
Yeah, that's pretty much the summary we've had for the past couple pay-per-views.
These matches are good. What the fuck is with the ending?
I mean, if we want to talk about finishes we disagree with, the continued championship reigns of Brock Lesnar and Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Maharaja.
We'll get to Jinder when we. I think we should probably do No Mercy predictions since it'll be timely. I mean, not No Mercy predictions.
Okay.
Yes, let's predict No Mercy. Okay, here are the results.
2018.
I don't understand.
No, let's predict Hell in a Cell at the end of the show.
I wish it's just astonishing that WWE can't like will have a great match and then can't give us a satisfying ending.
Yeah, that's summed up their past couple pictures. Okay, we didn't watch the pre-show, so we're not going to be talking about Elias Sampson versus Apollo Crews.
Because nobody cares.
And
about
the
these
streak
two.
continues. The streak of me watching pay-per-views and missing the Elias Sampson segment.
Okay.
It has been 4 months.
I remember we were just. I was like reading off like the DLC for 2K18, a game I have very little interest in now, and I brought up Elias Sampson, and your reaction was who?
All right. Our opening match of the pay-per-view is for the Intercontinental Championship. The Miz versus Jason Jordan, because Jason Jordan is Kurt Angle's kid now. I guess he gets a push towards the title over people who were in line before him.
Well, I mean, the match was pretty good.
It was okay.
Yeah, the match was just kind of okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Jason Jordan is good. Don't get me wrong. He's very good. It's just like the story between these two, and we'll get to this more on later on, but the story between these two just does not capture my imagination, really.
I'm Jason Jordan, and I want the IC title. No. Match
I don't even
begin.
remember what the story was to this match. If there was one, it was so. It was. There wasn't really anything substantial to it. So
Yeah, all you had to say, really,
forget.
Rakan, all you had to say was, I don't even remember the story of this match, and then you would have proven my point completely. Like, there wasn't, story didn't really capture my imagination. Rocktan, what story? Exactly. This is.
They had a match. They had a match.
I didn't even notice, by the way. The Miz didn't have Maurice with him.
Maurice is just not there.
Maurice was mysteriously missing. We were all distracted by, of course, Bo Dallas's outfit, as per usual, and the rest of the Miz
this time. He didn't look like a hobo that Miz picked up off the street to carry his bags or something.
Or the lost member of Aces and Eights.
So basically, this match is all right, and it ends with Jordan, has gotten his momentum and is throwing suplexes everywhere.
And his
Which
finisher,
is really that was fun.
and his finisher, the Jason Jordan move.
He does a roll-up attempt on Miz, but referee is distracted by Dallas, and Curtis Axel uses that to hit Jordan, and Miz hits the skull-crushing finale and pins. And then, for some reason, they decide to give Jordan a mic, even though he's had no mic experience at all.
Let me do his promo. Okay, I'm gonna give my best Jason Jordan impression. Okay, guys. All right, here we go. All right. They say my dad, Kurt Angle. They say you suck whenever he comes out affectionately, but in your case, Miz, you really do suck.
And they say you suck, and
I would like another chance at the title.
Because you suck.
You just hear a chorus of boos after he says, "I would like another chance at the title."
and I want a title. Yeah.
I've seen better promos out of John Johnson.
Again, I don't know, why they gave him the mic when he has not gotten any mic.
I'll admit,
experience.
I wish he just said something absurd when he got on the microphone just for a character thing, or it's just like, now that you won, or now that you lost, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna take a poop.
No, do some Kurt Angle. Apparently you're Kurt Angle's son. Do some Kurt Angle shit. I'm not a fan of the black people. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Wait. Hold on.
Wait.
Wait. Oh, that would be a great segment. Is Jason Jordan is watching back Kurt Angle's all great moments and he's smiling and it's like a compilation, and then it reaches that promo and he just turns to Kurt like, the fuck?
The fuck you say to Charmel?
He could be like, hey Miz, you know why your wife was missing? Because I was having bestiality sex.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And he just
Kurt Angle's not a fan of black people.
And he just wears a tiny cowboy hat.
That's the thing I was about to say. Not the tiny cowboy hat. Kurt Angle's not a fan of the black people, but he was perfectly willing to have bestiality sex with Jason Jordan's mom.
Charmel.
Charmel.
I want Jason Jordan to have a live birthday celebration that
Hello?
Oh,
no.
Entertaining than what Jason Jordan is currently doing.
We lost you for a minute, Rob. You flipped out there.
Which is shots ahead.
Oh my god.
Matt Hardy.
Oh,
and
now we're talking about Matt Hardy.
He's just going regardless of us telling him that we can't hear him.
Matt Hardy.
You're cutting in and out, dude.
Matt Hardy.
Oh, I was saying that he was getting an Intercontinental Championship shot ahead of guys who were in the championship scramble who deserved it more, like Matt Hardy.
I forgot there was a championship scramble.
Yeah, that's how Jason Jordan got
that's
title.
How he got it. That's basically the story. That's the only story we had leading to this match, is he won a scramble match.
And Miz was like, well, good for you. And then they wrestled.
Pretty much.
And now they won't stop wrestling.
WWE doesn't realize this. It's become apparently increasingly obvious in recent years that the championship doesn't make the man makes the championship. That's what differentiates people like The Miz from Jinder. Also, The Miz can cut a really good promo.
Well, look, Michael Hayes said that.
You look down on my people. And, yeah, I'm going to make fun of this.
you Mr. Miyagi.
I know. My God, what a horrible segment. We will talk about that.
All right.
I don't want to wrestle you in this ring because it would make the ring a slope.
Wax on.
Oh, Alex.
I can do racist gender promos all day.
We'll save more of that for later.
Good.
Speaking of storylines that don't have any real build-up or any real potential to them, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
I just wanted to make another quick Kurt Angle, Jason Jordan's Kurt Angle joke. He could come into the ring during. They could have a Miz TV segment where he's the guest and he brings in a guitar and starts singing campfire songs.
So, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
So let me do the latest development in the Bray Wyatt Finn Balor feud. So you beat me last time, but this time I want to wrestle you without your makeup. Okay.
And the funny thing about this match is, after this match, they're continuing the feud, and now Bray Wyatt is putting on makeup.
I'm Bray Wyatt now.
I just
Wait, no, I'm Finn Balor now.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I'm trying to remember. Like, I know that after the first match, that like one of these guys was supposed to go on to a feud with another guy, but that other guy is either in a program with someone else or injured. I'm trying to figure out.
I think injured, most likely.
Who was it? Who was it?
It might be Orton.
Can't be right because Orton's on the next pay-per-view. Orton's on SmackDown. He's on the next.
What is Orton doing? I haven't been paying attention to him.
Isn't a shitty feud.
Orton's doing Rusev.
Oh my God! I forgot about Orton versus Rusev. The burial of my favorite wrestler.
Forgot or repressed from your memories, Rob?
I repressed the fact that they were putting down poor Ruru.
Yeah.
I don't know. After his last tweet where he said it seemed like he's and rumors that he's really unhappy with his booking, basically his last tweet indicated that he might be ready to leave. I don't.
You
know
would be
why
a huge star. You would be a huge star in New Japan.
I don't know why he's still there. I really don't.
He's still got a few pay-per-view paydays to get.
He'll have to come up with a good stage name though, since his name is Miroslav Barnyashev.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's probably got something.
So, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt. We're continuing the Proud C Show tradition of completely unrelated tangents.
This match was actually pretty good.
This is my second favorite match of the pay-per-view. This is the second best one in my opinion.
They did great. There was a lot of good wrestling.
Can we talk about Finn Balor's shitty gear though?
Oh yeah, I forgot his player 2 outfit because somebody already picked his player 1 outfit.
So,
or like when you're playing a fighting game and you select the character with the wrong button, and then like it's like Terry Bogard, but he's like black and is wearing like an orange shirt, and it's like, no, that's not the Terry I wanted.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk directly to our friend Phoenix right now. Phoenix,
I hate you.
Phoenix, I know you think Finn Balor looks good in this gear. I'd like to offer the counterpoint of Finn Balor was sculpted by the Irish gods.
I love his abs outfit.
And no outfit you put him in is going to really make him look that bad. That being said, what the fuck is with his gray tights?
Yeah, I don't like. I remember there was not recently someone else with gray tights, and it worked. And it worked way better on them.
Well, these are like a weird gray blue, and everyone I've heard talking about them goes like, "What color are those?"
It's like the dress, only worse.
We're going to put Finn Balor in the dress.
Oh my god.
Your tag partner is going to be Vito, by the way.
Oh my god.
So,
I've completely forgotten about Vito.
as did most people.
The guy that would shake his
settlement.
crotch, the guy would that shake his crotch at people.
X-Pac?
Isn't that what he did?
No, anyways, so this match was great.
It was
at the beginning.
I think it was a substantial improvement from the first match.
When I saw these two together on the card, I said, okay, it's going to be a good match. It's not going to matter in the slightest, and Bray Wyatt is going to lose. It turns out it was a great match. It doesn't matter in the slightest, and Bray Wyatt lost.
Yep.
Yep.
So, just to talk about, well, first of all, the storyline of Bray Wyatt wanting to fight Finn Balor without the makeup is strange in that he's not really a different person when he puts on the makeup. Although WWE have tried to portray that at times.
Yeah.
I think
It's
that's always
weird.
kind of
I don't
part of the
know.
gimmick.
In kayfabe, what does the makeup do for him?
It's supposed they say they try to tout it as it brings out his more aggressive and artistic. They've also said at one point his artistic side or something, which was the weird.
Well, he walks around funny sometimes. Ooh.
I like to just think it brings out his darker, more aggressive self. I think is the best description.
Here is my big question. Who has he beaten with the makeup that he couldn't beat without it?
Nobody.
Exactly. In fact, I think he beat... No, I was going to say, I thought he beat Kevin Owens without it, but I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure in
No.
Japan he had the makeup
He had the Oni makeup.
Yeah. I was remembering him holding it up without the makeup, but no, the makeup was coming off of him.
Yeah, that match was pretty rough on him.
Yeah. Okay. So my favorite spot, but this was a trend throughout the night, by the way, and it started with this match of people kicking out of things they have no business kicking out of. Bray Wyatt kicked out of a coup de grace to the head.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh my god, I think I remember that now. Yeah.
Coup de head.
He jumped on his fucking head.
Oh, hold on one moment. I'm recording something. What?
Good lord.
Interruptions.
Hey. Been a marvelous show so far, I'd say.
No.
So, the coup de grace to the head. By the way, I'm going to talk about the finish of this match for a second. How does taking the double stomp to your stomach hurt more than taking it to your head? I don't understand.
Well, Shinsuke Nakamura has described taking the.
I know, but I'm
as
talking about
like-
kayfabe wise. How? And real life, I guess. Because,
I mean,
yeah, Shinsuke has described it as taking a knife to the stomach, but how would you feel if you got hit in the head with that?
well, Bray Wyatt has a lot of beard to cover up his head.
You're seriously arguing that...
Mega Fighter, he jumped on the back of his head, not on the top of it.
You
Are you
don't
going to argue
understand
that
the
his
you don't
dreadlock
understand the
offered him-
extent of Bray Wyatt's beard.
Are you going to argue now that his dreadlocks offer him protection?
It's just, are you basically trying to say like his beard somehow travels from his chin back to around the back of his head?
Yes.
It's all one
There's
big
front
hair.
beard, there's front beard and there's back beard.
This is like.
It comes off like a helmet.
He shaved so little of his beard that the beard engrossed the rest of his hair.
He just detaches his beard and puts it on the back of his head, or wherever.
No, it just grew like a fungus, a beard fungus.
Bray Wyatt is the Last of Us. Anyways,
don't eat Bray Wyatt's beard. You'll see things, man.
You'll become one of the zombies.
You'll just suddenly grow a beard.
You'll become one of the zombies from The Last of Us.
No, you'll grow a massive beard in like seconds.
Okay, then I obviously want to consume Bray Wyatt's beard then, because my facial hair is slightly lacking.
Eat my beard.
You'll become the fourth member. You'll become the fourth member. The fourth member of ZZ Top.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I thought you were going to say I was going to join the Wyatt family. I'm like, that's not so bad. I mean, I get beaten up.
And then you don't show up most of the time.
I mean, I get beaten up, but I...
Yeah, you just end up... You're just the new Eric Rowan.
But I still get... paid by WWE somehow, and I live in a shack that's probably rent free.
Get into my shed.
You'll be adopted by Grizzly Smith.
Oh God, no!
No! Horrible.
That's a fate I don't want.
That sort of went over my head there.
Grizzly Smith was for those who didn't catch that reference. Grizzly Smith was Jake Roberts' dad, also the dad of Rockin' Robin. He was abusive.
Now that's something I can get behind.
Really?
That's not what I was going to say.
Wow.
I was going to say, now that's something I'm used to.
That's still not... Let's just get back to the match.
They hit me. No.
Oh, Jesus. Horrible. It's weird. Ali said he wasn't going to say much on this episode.
Ali going into personal dark territory here.
I know.
Making a joke makes it...
It's horrible.
Making it a joke makes me feel better.
Somehow I find that hard to believe. But maybe it does.
Bitch. No.
Well, all right. This is an awesome match.
I just wish there was a good storyline to make me care.
I wish this was for a title. That would make this better.
Yeah.
They just can't come up with a good explanation why Bray Wyatt would want a title.
They have yet to give a like the matches these guys had are pretty good. They just can't seem to come up with a good storyline reason for them to wrestle each other.
Well, it's just like Bray Wyatt. Like, if this was for a title, that would give Bray Wyatt reason to continue wanting to fight Finn Balor despite losing to him twice.
Yeah, that would definitely help this.
And then Bray Wyatt's probably going to win the next match, and it's still not.
You might have beat me without your makeup, Finn, but you can't beat me without your pants.
You can't beat me without your leather jacket.
I was hoping you would go there.
No, I was just gonna. You can't beat me without your leather jacket, and then Finn Balor just covers his mouth like, oh no, not my leather jacket.
Image of Finn Balor just coming out to the ring naked.
We've redeemed ourselves to you.
You can't beat me without your beard.
And he just comes out as husky hair.
Oh my god. That might actually be worse than my Finn Balor body paint.
You can't beat me without your you can't beat me without your abs, Finn. And then it cuts to him eating cheese. It cuts
if
to
you have continued to listen to this without turning it off, we have proposed a match stipulation that will make it up to you, Phoenix. Finn Balor must compete naked, and Bray must compete without his beard.
I was gonna say, you can't beat me without your abs, Finn, and then it just cuts to Finn just eating cheeseburgers.
all like those cheeseburgers that I'm fucking.
He just comes out with like a
He
dad
comes out in a
gun.
sumo suit.
No, he just has all those cheeseburgers that Simon Dean was gonna like eat when Bobby Lashley beat him.
Wow, that's a reference.
Yep.
To
I
it
know,
for you.
right? We
So
watched that match. It was very terrible.
this was my second favorite match of the pay-per-view. The next match is my first favorite.
Oh
and
my
the
god!
very best match of this pay-per-view, bar
Great
none.
match.
The one that
Although it's
shows that
undercut.
Cesaro is a fucking worker, no matter what the circumstances.
I mean,
Jesus
yes.
Christ, man.
I feel like that kind of like just what happens to Cesaro undercuts it a bit because you're just thinking, holy shit, his fucking teeth.
So,
Yeah, at first we thought that he got. We all thought
well,
he got.
just
We'll
to,
get
just
to
to
it.
clarify, this match is Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins versus Sheamus and Cesaro.
right.
Yeah.
For the
Shield
tag
versus
for
the
the
Bar.
tag team champion for the Raw tag team champion.
Yeah, the Shield, goddammit.
So 5 minutes into this match, Dean Ambrose does the typical,
He did like an
Uh,
alley-oop shot, or like a
Slingshot into the corner.
slingshot into the post.
slingshot in the post.
Cesaro fucking launches himself face first into the post.
And
He's
we
like-
thought he got his teeth knocked out, but actually, he got his teeth knocked in. He got like
Yeah.
3 or 4 of his teeth slammed deep into his jaw,
Oh.
and blood was going everywhere.
So yeah, what happened was he hit like the LED panels that are on like the ends of the ring post.
Yeah.
Which I think we need to get rid of now. Because goddamn.
I thought we originally thought that he missed the post and his teeth like hit the metal part of the turnbuckle.
No. We checked back, like they did the replays, and he absolutely hit the LED paneling.
And you could tell he just covered his hand over his mouth like, shit.
I mean,
So
fuck.
he hit the top of the post.
Yeah, well, basically.
And unlike a sensible person who would probably do like a quick roll-up finish so he could go to the hospital, Cesaro just says, fuck it, and then completes the entire rest of the match.
Dude, I've
And
had
it's not like, okay,
Yeah,
it's not like
go.
Sheamus is tagged in for the majority of the match, although he kind of is, but Sheamus is going, okay, I got this. Sheamus is rolling with it because he's like, okay, my partner's out. I'm just gonna have to like do this. And Cesaro continues to tag himself in to get himself into the match to do awesome uppercuts and throw people. This is absolutely ridiculous. And honestly, I don't know how people were rooting for Dean and Seth in this match as much as I like Dean and Seth. At that point, I'm like, give the titles to Sheamus and Cesaro. Give them
damn,
right
dude.
back to them. That Cesaro's clearly earned it.
And like, I think if any of us had that happen, we would probably start screaming and never fucking stop.
Oh no, I would just be lying on the floor in the fetal position, covering my mouth. I would be done.
like, I once from my
we
childhood.
would be screaming and never stop and curled up just like
No, I wouldn't have the energy to scream. Too much pain. No, I would just be going, oh God, someone help.
Oh yeah, fun childhood story. One time while I was on the school bus, I accidentally got like a music case kind of slammed into my face, hit me in the mouth, and knocked out one of my teeth. and I was in crying, screaming pain for a good couple of minutes. Like, that fucking sucked. Now, imagine that. Only all the teeth are going in. Fuck you. That is...
I can't even imagine how. I can't even begin to imagine how it must have felt, and I don't think I want to.
Well, Roxanne, luckily for you, I've got this hammer right here. And
No, get away from me.
And a plane ticket.
Roxanne, don't worry, I'm on my way with the hammer.
Let me please let me find a RPG so I can shoot the plane down before you get here.
No, I'm driving.
Okay, then I'll call the police and tell them to put out spike strips.
You cannot stop this hammer, Roxanne. I'm like the main character of Old Boy. Really? Okay. I guess that reference flew over everyone's head.
I never saw the movie. I know.
There's a fight scene with
I know it's a violent movie.
There's a fight scene where one guy takes on 50 guys in a hallway with only a hammer. Okay.
Okay.
So,
there is one. A lot of people argued when like not only. To reiterate your point that you think that Ambrose and Cesaro should have won this match, there was one point where
the powerbomb onto...
Yeah, Sheamus hit White Noise, followed by a powerbomb from Rollins off the second rope onto Ambrose, but they kicked out.
Basically an all-pain finish. So, yeah, I so thought when Cesaro powerbombed Seth Rollins onto Dean Ambrose, I thought that was it. I thought that was the end.
That should have. It really looked like a great tag team finisher.
Yes, again, guys kicking out of a finish they shouldn't kick out of.
There we go.
That when they power bombed on top of each other.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that fucking move. Yeah.
Like it's totally an Authors of Pain finish.
Yeah, it is.
Without the concussion.
Oh.
That was one time.
I know, but damn it, I want my jokes in.
Yeah, the authors immediately come in the room. That was only one time.
No, every time I imagine them like bumping them together before the powerbomb, I just imagine cheers.
Yeah. Clink.
Powerbomb.
Clink, clink, have another drink.
I mean, this match was just amazing.
They did such a good job, and one of the guys was needed to go to the hospital.
This has been a really good year for. Well, the past couple years have been really good for tag teams for WWE.
I know they had
But
the
before
with
he went to the
Superman
hospital,
shirt
He had such a good sense of humor that he let Sheamus take a picture with him, smiling with his teeth.
with his fucking kicked-in teeth,
Yes.
Yeah.
and that's the with Superman shirt.
Good God. Give Cesaro and Sheamus all the titles, please.
Give him a raise.
Goddamn, these guys have come. It's been said before in a previous show, but goddamn, these guys have come so far in terms of basically turning around their careers and making. They've become relevant. They become exciting. They become fun.
I think Cesaro has always been this good. It's just taken this long for WWE to really realize how good he is.
But this, I think the biggest turnaround is Sheamus.
By far. I mean, I don't think Sheamus's Sheamus has definitely improved over the years, but I don't think Sheamus's wrestling was the issue in the past couple of years. I think it was a matter of
Let's give him a shit
we-
gimmick and put him in a
we
shit
fucking-
storyline.
Hate him.
Well,
He
there
got the,
was
he got the
a
Roman
degree-
Reigns push.
There was a degree at one point where his wrestling was the problem, and it may have been backstage.
That was early on in his career, I think.
It may have been backstage influence. Remember the world title run where he had the same match every time he came out.
Forever against Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto Del Rio and Randy and his feud with Randy Orton.
Yeah.
At one point, I think.
Yeah, fair point.
And this was when Randy Orton was didn't give a shit.
Okay, so apparently Rollins' finisher is called King's Landing.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I watch Game of Thrones.
Rollins is such a nerd.
So, King's Landing followed by Dirty Deeds is the finish. It's not as cool as a finish as powerbombing a guy on top of another guy, but it works.
And then Cesaro could go get his teeth fixed.
And
Yes.
then he went to the hospital.
But he briefly got stitched up, but then he went to the hospital.
But he had to get reconstructive surgery. Because his jaw got fucked.
So, after this, we have another good match with a finish I didn't agree with. So this match is Alexa Bliss defending her championship against Bayley, Sasha Banks, Nia Jax, and Emma. I'm just really tired of Alexa. I love Alexa Bliss. She's the best heel they have on the women's roster.
Yeah.
But I'm just tired of her cleanly beating everybody. And my theory was that they were saving her for Asuka to beat her at Tables, Ladders, and Chairs. But spoiler, she's fighting Mickie James at the next pay-per-view. So that's not the case.
Which is weird, because
Well, Mickie and her have great chemistry, so I'm not going to argue there. But
at the same time, isn't Asuka due to appear at the next Raw, I think? I'm not sure.
maybe they'll shove Asuka into that match, but that doesn't really make sense. I would think
she's due to come on one of these upcoming Raws. I'm not sure.
I thought she was debuting at TLC.
Maybe she is.
That's what I got the impression from the really weird commercial with the title card TLC Asuka or Asuka TLC, which is the weirdest match stipulation I've ever seen.
Tables, ladders, and Asuka.
Yes.
Tables, ladders, and Asuka.
Gotta get her down from the, gotta get her down from hanging on top of the ring.
Oh my god.
Help me! I'm stuck up here.
But you have to get past her kicking the crap out of you in order to get her down.
Yes.
She's ladder match with Asuka, and she's just constantly kicking people as they come up the ladder.
I want to see like Shinsuke
She just
trying to.
she just runs around kicking people as they just do the TLC match.
I just want Shinsuke to go up there while she's kicking him, and they're just yelling at each other in Japanese while he tries to pull her down. So, this match was pretty good, pretty heavy on the spots, but pretty fun. Big spot being, of course, the Nia Jax double powerbomb off the apron onto her head.
Oh yeah. God damn.
They're actually starting to let the women's wrestlers do spots now, and that was my biggest complaint back at the last TLC, where they didn't do anything exciting besides wrestle a little bit, and there was ladders.
Well, that spot, I was like, when I watched that spot, I was like, Nia, well, you didn't have to take that. What the fuck? Holy shit. I mean, I know Samoans are notorious for having hard heads, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let's hope that the match at TLC they allow the women to actually do some spots like they did here.
This match was just a series of quick, well, it's going to be clusterfuck because it's a 5-way, but, it was just a series of big moves. Oh, of course, the double Samoan drop from Nia Jax to,
I think if there's more than 4 people in a match, it just becomes a fuckfest.
yeah, to Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss.
That was pretty cool.
So of course the story going into this match is that Nia Jax used to be Alexa Bliss's heavy, and Alexa Bliss kind of tries to boss her around in this match and gets her shit pushed in for it. Again, this is the only benefit of recording this late. Spoiler alert, they hit the reset button and Nia Jax is back with Alexa Bliss.
Man.
Well, maybe if
What
Nia
the
won,
fuck?
maybe if Nia won the title out from under Alexa, and Alexa's like, "What the fuck? Give it back!" and she's like, "No." And then
Yeah, that was
Alexa,
a compelling
and then
story.
Alexa has to suck up to her, and Nia's just like, "It's not gonna work, you know."
That would have been an impressive story. Any of these women winning would have been a better story. And I know I just said that in this case it's woman, but the title doesn't make the man. The man makes the title. In this case, the woman. The title doesn't make the woman. The woman makes the title. But
The title turns you into a man.
this is the
It's
title
exactly.
here.
It's Ranma 1/2.
Alexa Bliss is demolishing the entire division, and it's not helping.
Well, here's the problem. I
Belt
think
of drowned
honestly,
man.
of all the women involved in this match, other women involved in this match, I think Sasha Banks is the only one that would actually look strong after winning the title, because they've ruined Bayley's character, so that's kind of, I don't know.
And Emma's not been on TV, but here's the problem with that assumption.
And Emma's not been on TV and also been kind of treated like a joke.
Here's the problem with that. In a 5-way, any one of these women could reasonably win the title.
That's a good point.
Um,
I didn't.
Emma could probably, and again, I know I just said the title doesn't make the woman, but Emma could probably be the one among these women who would benefit the most from it, because she's never won a title.
Yeah.
Well, neither has. I don't think Nia Jax has either, but
No, she hasn't.
but she's kind of immune to the trend that Emma's falling under, because Nia Jax is so physically impressive. It's just a matter of,
She is so not
Emma-
like most girls.
yeah, Emma,
Not like most.
not like most wrestling girls probably, but okay.
She is not like most.
Anyways, Emma is such a good wrestler, and she's been on the roster for so long. Why don't they do anything with her? She is probably one of the better technicians on the roster and can do so many submissions.
There must be something they don't see in her. Maybe it's the character that she has, and maybe that
Maybe it's the failed Emelina.
And that whole failed attempt to transform her character into the Emelina thing.
I forgot the fucking Nia Jax WWE shirt for men that just says, I'm not like most.
That's what I was referencing.
Yeah.
She's not like most.
I would like a men's shirt that just says, I'm not like most girls.
Because I have a penis.
Yeah,
I think I do actually have one.
exactly, Alec. You get me. What do you mean? Well, don't all girls not have a penis? My friend, let me show you Brazilian porn.
A whole new world.
All right, so Alexa Bliss wins by DDTing Bailey.
Oh, by the way, there's a great tweet of for when they did the double power bomb to Nia Jax, 7.2 magnitude earthquake reported in California.
Is that a weight joke?
Also, that sounds a little too close to the 7.2 earthquake in Mexico.
Yeah, that is a good point.
By the way, off topic. Man, we are getting fucked in the ass with these disasters. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not me, though. I'm fine. Yeah, West Coast. And then fucking California just...
Oh, you're fine. Really? What about the fire?
I'm fine now!
What about the forest fires?
As California rips off the
Oregon
West Coast
immediately
and
catches
drips
fire.
into the
And then
ocean.
fucking like 6 volcanoes go up.
Yeah. It's like Oregon just immediately catches fire around you.
The forest fires were so.
I'm fine.
I'm fine, though.
The forest fires were so crazy that Smokey Bear came out and said, "What the fuck, man?
You
What
know,
did I say?"
I turned my head away for 5 fucking minutes, and you do this shit. Fine, you don't need a Smokey the Bear. I quit. Fuck you. Here's the hat.
Fuck it, I'm eating all these humans now.
Smacky the Frog, you're now America's mascot.
Finally.
Fuck it, I'm joining Yogi, and I'm gonna go steal picnic baskets.
It's about time Smokey got a flamethrower.
I'm done trying to prevent forest fires. I'm gonna make them happen.
I'm fighting fire with fire.
Jesus Christ.
Alexa Bliss beats Bailey and then calls herself Raw's only true goddess. Oh.
It's
Isn't
a trinity, bitch.
Isn't goddess part of Asuka's?
No,
Or
she's
is it just
Empress.
Empress.
Yeah.
Empress. Okay.
It's Empress, yeah.
All right.
Empress of Tomorrow.
And then Roman Reigns versus Cena happens. Okay.
This match was.
So this
was
isn't
better.
a bad
I have to
match.
say, this match was a lot better than I was expecting it to be, but it still wasn't really very good.
Well,
This
it just makes me think WWE has an escalating problem where just like, what do we need Roman Reigns to kick out of this time? Okay, Cena shoots him.
Here's my problem. This wasn't a bad match. The problem was when the finish rolls around, you just go, really? Really?
Cena took one spear.
Cena took one spear. Let's list off the moves that Roman Reigns took. He took one AA, a super AA, a double AA.
Actually, it's not the double AA because that's when he lifts 2 people. It's the rolling AA, I would think.
Whichever. The 2 SCFs. Probably a crossface in there. I'm not sure.
He set him on fire. No.
He gave him 2 servings of jizz in his eyes.
Whoa. Oh, the 5-knuckle shuffle.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah, did he give him 2 5-knuckle shuffles?
It's like a 5-knuckle shuffle in your mouth.
I forgot about that Fruity Pebbles commercial.
Yeah.
Oh my, I'd have to see this because I don't.
Yeah,
John
but
Cena.
one of the it's a line that goes by real quick in a Fruity Pebbles commercial, where John Cena is, of course, the representative for Fruity Pebbles. John Cena at one point says, "It's like a 5-knuckle shuffle in your mouth," and
Oh
just,
my god.
and just like John, you
John.
know what that term means.
Call the police.
John Cena is telling children he can 5-knuckle shuffle in their mouth.
Hey kids, I 5-knuckle shuffle in your cereal. Enjoy it.
Daniel
That ain't.
Bryan just.
It's
I
like,
just want to see like Daniel Bryan.
oh, Billy, you enjoying your post Fruity Pebbles cereal with the fucking Flintstones on the front? Yeah. Do you like how the fruit little bits taste great in the milk? Yeah. That ain't milk.
I was just now thinking.
So I'm just like, I'm just imagining, like Daniel Bryan holding his child, and they're at the Bella's house, and he's just looking at John Cena, and he's slowly backing out of the room, like, I don't think you can be an uncle anymore, John. No.
See, now I'm just
Uncle animal, Uncle John.
We're not going to visit Uncle John anymore.
He's that kind of Uncle John.
So, the finish of this match. Let's talk about.
Oh my god.
Not just talk about the booking of Roman Reigns. Let's talk about the finish of this match.
Oh, the finish. I remember. There was like no setup.
Oh, kids,
Well-
Uncle John loves you.
Anyways,
I'm sorry, I'm going
he
into dark territory here.
After Cena gets hit by the spear and is pinned, he raises Reigns' arm,
Boo.
which, by the way, it doesn't matter who raises Roman Reigns' arm.
The
We're
entire.
still going to boo him,
Every,
especially after he beats the person we like who raised his arm.
stop
This
beating the
match was
people. Stop beating the
match, by the
people we
way-
like.
This match, by the way, was one of. Well, if it wasn't for a shitty crowd, this match would have been like the first Universal babyface John Cena matches in a long time. People were root. There was. I will say this: there was a significant amount of people rooting for John Cena.
It was like it was 2007 up in here.
Before. So, after he raises his arm, Roman Reigns leaves the ring, and John Cena stays in the ring. Like this is a retirement match.
Yeah.
Now let me say a few things here on the notion of that. First of all, as if we were to believe that John Cena would be retired in a mid-card match at No Mercy with no title on the line.
Yeah.
Second of all,
Anyway, if John Cena retired, he'd take his jorts off and leave him in the ring.
yeah. Yes. Shit, I wanted to make that joke, damn it.
Allie is all about taking pants off tonight.
So,
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite... Also, I might be more able to believe this if it didn't have that whole AJ Styles match where John Cena left his wristband in the ring and then came back later, and it meant absolutely nothing.
Every time you beat John Cena, one part of his clothes come off.
And
Like his shoes.
And it's pretty obvious that John Cena's just taking time off to film a movie.
Yeah, he does that from time to time.
Hi, I'm filming a movie.
And I'm going to echo John Cena's words that he gave in a promo before this match. Roman, you're lucky John Cena is a part-timer because he can do this part-time better than you can do it full-time. And honestly, lately, that's been the truth.
Yep. You know, the thing is, like, what was I gonna say? I'm trying to think.
Besides burying Baron Corbin, that sucked, but yeah.
Well,
I want to mention one of the biggest problems with this match is the way it started. It like was like 10 minutes of just slow brawling and Cena like selling Roman Reigns' punches like they were like he was getting hit with small bricks.
Oh, he's so tough.
It was ridiculous.
well, you know, he has to make Roman look strong. I know that joke is really old, but
and when it started to pick up, it just felt like it was just finisher spam, like the Rock, like his match with the Rock.
I like this match better than I like than either match with the Rock.
The only problem with the matches is just it didn't have any moments where it was like, whoa, besides like what Cena was doing.
That is true.
And
Roman
was thoroughly unimpressive from start to finish.
Roman, the sad thing is, Roman is like doing Kevin Nash offense, where he only does like 7 moves, and I know Jim Cornette says 5, but he does 7.
And those really sluggish fucking,
was one of them.
the really sluggish
Haircut
fucking
is-
clotheslines in the corner.
But
I hate those clotheslines in the corners. The worst.
Uh,
That is
uh,
the absolute worst
uh,
offensive move he has in his arsenal because they look so fake and weak.
well, here's my thing is the Roman Reigns in a main event scene where we've got guys like where you have guys who fight larger than life, like Braun Strowman, or you have guys who have years and years and years of experience to make them main event guys, like John Cena, or AJ Styles, or Kevin Owens, or any of these
Who are
guys,
both on the other brand, so
or Shinsuke, who is a once-in-a-lifetime phenomenon. What makes Roman stand out?
He has a bulletproof vest.
Like, what about Roman makes him best, or should make him the best? What makes him the guy that beat, besides the fact he beat Undertaker and beat John Cena, and is going to beat Brock Lesnar?
I
What?
can tell you 2 reasons.
What about Roman Reigns should make me care about him?
yeah,
His
I've never.
ass.
I think I don't think
And his dick.
that's a great point that I've never really thought about. Is like and this is the problem when it comes to WWE.
And I love the commentary, by the way, where it's just like he hits really hard, and he hits really hard. He hits really hard. He hits really
I'll
hard.
tell you where he hits really hard. Yeah.
The drive-by is a cool move, by the way. I like, and Roman when he pulls out like power bombs and stuff like that,
I love his power bombs and wish he'd do more of them.
those are good. But I'm just struggling to come up with stuff.
He will
That
punch
makes-
you, and then he'll spear
And
you.
his spear is really, really good. It's just not good enough for me to say, yeah, that would put down John Cena after John Cena hit Roman 5 FAAs.
I think a lot of times his spear he doesn't make the spear look that good. It's kind of,
Are you kidding? That spear to Rusev, though, down the ramp.
yeah. See, like when he flies down the ramp, that looks cool.
I'm
His
not going to
regular
argue
spear
against
has
Roman
it.
Reigns' spear.
His regular spear, like kind of fluctuates between being being
Hug.
looking good, looking really good, to looking like he just kind of hit him with his arm, like he just kind of ran in.
Well,
it looks like shitty edge spears. If that makes
yes, the edge spear where he just kind of hits you with his arm.
Yeah.
And you fall down.
Yes.
Like, it should be effectively him tackling the shit out of you, which sometimes it does look like that. And I'm okay with that, but it still doesn't seem like death. Like, like they built up the Rainmaker to the point it's death, even though it's just a clothesline. But, you know, it's about the hype if you want a one-kill move, you know?
Right.
The Kinshasa.
Yeah.
But here's the other thing about Roman Reigns' spear and Roman Reigns' offense is he does the same thing to telegraph it every single time. Like every time he goes for the spear, he does the ooh-ah.
Yeah,
every
that was one of the most
single
frustrating
time.
about watching this match is he kept doing the ooh-rah every time he was doing the spear. He's like,
does he still jack his wrist off?
Yeah, for the Superman punch.
Yes.
It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent to whenever RVD does one of his signature moves. How he always has to point his thumbs at his head because he's RVD.
Yeah, but that's his personality.
He was a narcissistic asshole.
That's part of his personality. He's a show off.
But also, let's go back to Shinsuke. Shinsuke, when he does Bomaye / Kinshasa.
Kinshasa Banks.
Yes. He does the little dance in the corner. Yes. He also doesn't go for that move 50 times in a match. Also,
I want to see that.
I'm pretty sure, like, I've seen a match where Shinsuke has gone for it enough times that doesn't do a setup for it. He just...
I also have moments where he knees people in the head, and I'm just like, Kinshasa?
Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing with WWE's where it's confusing, because in New Japan, he had variations on it, and you could say, oh, that's all a Bomaye. They all count.
They're all Bomayes.
Here in WWE, when he does a variation on it, it's like,
he need him.
Is that the finish?
But, like, he has to do the one from the corner with the taunt before the commentary is like, Kinshasa.
What is this? What is this, a WWE 2K game?
Like, one of my fucking favorite spots that made me like Shinsuke in the first place was during, like, Wrestle Kingdom 8. 8 or 9. Either or. He did a top rope Kinshasa to the back of someone's head, and I fucking, like, I winced. It was like, Jesus!
Oh my god, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
It was from either Tanahashi or Okada.
But it's like, does that count? Does WWE call that the fucking Kinshasa, or is it just the one from the corner?
Speaking of Tanahashi, I've heard
Tanahashi.
some people call the sling blade that Rollins and Finn Balor do the Tanahashi clothesline.
Well, I mean, he does that. He also does the frog splash, so, yeah.
High fly flow.
High fly flow! He really is Japanese John Cena.
So, I wanted to get back to this. The biggest problem with Roman Reigns, and it is, like, and the reason that, like, it seems like no one can get over Roman, can go past him, is because they put so much, they really put, the writers have put so much, all their eggs into the Roman Reigns basket, and everyone...
No, it's Vince.
they've held every. Well, it's not just Vince. It's like Michael Hayes too, who's like a.
Well, Michael Hayes is going to say whatever
They wrote.
Vince wants
They
him to
wrote.
say.
They
he's
wrote
a
that.
giant- Well, yeah, that's the part of the problem is he's a giant. He's basically the equivalent of John Laurinaitis. He's a giant piss ass.
They rode this horse like three-quarter ways down the track is the problem.
Yeah, they put all they put everything on the Roman Reigns to the point that like they don't see anyone else being the guy other than Roman Reigns. They don't have any answers other than Roman Reigns. They pushed him so hard.
So I was going to talk about this when we got to the main event, but
the other problem is,
or you can steamroll it.
I just want to finish my thought. Is they push is they're pushing him as like this to the level of like John Cena when he was Super Cena, where he can kick out of anything and hit one AA and win the match. That he just shrug off everything. Like the next thing you're gonna see is like is fucking Roman Reigns get
DDT'd on concrete.
Get DDT on concrete or something crazy, and he kicks out. He gets up and immediately he gets up
and then beats the 2018 Nexus.
Yeah, he gets up and he's like completely fine. He's fired up and everything. It's just like
so. I thought about this. Vince McMahon, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, has inherited a fault of his father's. And
he's inherited a what? Sorry, I didn't.
One of the faults of his father. So,
okay.
I'm going to take you way back.
Way back.
To when Superstar Billy Graham was WWF champion.
Sounds like a blast.
When back in those days, when you won the championship, you were told when you were going to lose the championship. Vince Sr. planned that far ahead. And he told Billy Graham, you're going to lose in a year to Bob Backlund. And Superstar Billy Graham got mad insanely over because of his promos, not because of his matches, but he got insanely over. And Vince McMahon proceeded to go with the plan because he wanted an all-American boy babyface in Bob Backlund. Here's the problem with that. Ratings with Bob Backlund and ticket sales with Bob Backlund plummeted. He was, despite what WWE revisionist history is going to tell you, Bob Backlund was not a draw champion. Not at that time. If they had turned Superstar Billy Graham babyface and altered the plan, that actually might have worked better. This is why WWF needed Hulk Hogan so badly to turn things around. Vince McMahon is falling into a trap that his father fell into 30 years ago, if not more.
Yeah, the one.
And
oh, sorry. Continue.
And the problem here is Vince McMahon doesn't have any competition or any other sources to draw from to fix his problem.
Yeah, the problem is the company, even with the low ratings they have, they make so much money. They make a lot of money. They still make a lot of money, and they still make enough money that they don't really need to change anything.
I think the funny part is the fact that WWE's biggest competition is NXT, and that's just WWE anyway.
Yeah.
That's how much of a gap there is between, like, first and second.
Which is kind of why I wish that that NXT could become its own company. but that probably wouldn't happen.
No, it wouldn't happen.
And then Vince McMahon would just destroy them for no reason. He would just steal all their talent. So
How if Triple H was in control of it, how could he?
Why would
How
Triple
would
H leave the company that his wife works for to make
Yeah.
his own company to piss off his father-in-law?
you were asking how much. I was going to say, how much money do you think Triple H has with WWE?
a good amount, a lot.
Not
Honestly,
enough. Not enough to counter Vince McMahon, backed by billion-dollar investors.
no, but enough to get a good start up and then work his way up there.
Why would he do that?
Why would he want to do that?
WWE is bankrolling NXT. Why would he ever do that?
He wouldn't do that.
Anyways, so
Do that then. Do that.
Triple H's
Do that.
game plan seems to be just wait for Vince to die so he can take over.
I'm just waiting for you to die.
See now, that's a good reason why he should start his own company. Because he knows that the option of waiting for Vince to die is not going to happen.
I'm gonna live
Anyways.
forever.
I'm gonna outlive all you.
I would love it if Vince McMahon's game plan is, well, first I die, and then Undertaker brings me back from the dead. You realize he can't really do that, right, Vince? Shut up.
You're fired.
May I introduce you to McMahon Bot? My brain.
Beep, boop, make Roman look strong, beep.
Oh, to be,
He-
it wouldn't surprise me if he has been investing in a robot body. I mean, he has bagged
Triple
Lily.
H-
It's a
Triple H-
robot
campaign.
made in my image,
Triple H
made with my
comes up
big
with a-
old balls.
Comes up with a plan. Triple H comes up with a plan to make it for Vince McMahon to have a heart attack and make it look like an accident. He finds a woman with giant breasts to just flash him, so, and he immediately dies.
All right.
I don't know.
Well, I
All right.
think the best way to kill Vince McMahon would be get a clone machine and make 6 Great Khali's. Brr.
Man, here I was thinking a steak for the heart would do the trick.
He's
Are
a
you kidding? I love steak.
Are you? Because Vince is because that's why Vince is still alive. He's secretly a vampire.
Yes.
He's Dio.
I'm a werewolf.
Anyways, after this, we get a backstage segment where The Miz says he wants Roman Reigns on Miz, or he wanted a special edition of Miz TV with Roman Reigns to open up Raw.
Yeah.
And he got it. The next match, oh my god, I forgot about this. Enzo Amore versus Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yay.
First of all, I call shenanigans on this match because that's not Enzo Amore, that's Beetlejuice. Either that or it's Robin Thicke.
Hey, I'm Michael
Really?
Keaton.
I get nothing for that. God damn it.
I can't
So-
remember what Enzo looked like. At some
So-
point, he's just gonna eventually turn into
I
like this blob
am
of
a
tiger
zebra.
footprint.
So Enzo's new finisher, by the way, is Eat Defeat.
Apparently, he decided to watch the Cruiserweight or the Mae Young Classic, and he took something away from it.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
So this is largely a Neville squash match.
Well, all Enzo matches go the same way. Whether he wins or lose, he's gonna get the shit kicked out of him.
Yes. And then
But Enzo, this is a really cool moment of this sets up a double turn, which is okay. That's kind of ingenious booking, just the fact that it's getting Enzo Cruiserweight champion. But
I was going to
I guess
shit.
I guess you want ratings on 205 Live, so you want a heel who everyone wants to see get the shit kicked out of him. And Enzo is good at that.
Yeah. So he uses he picks up the cruiserweight title as if he's going to hit Neville to distract the ref, and then hits a low blow and pins.
Kicks him in the dick.
The title.
Yeah.
And this is all the reason that part of the reason they're putting Enzo in the cruiserweight champion, at least part of some say it's to punish Enzo, but it's also at the same time to try and push the ratings of 205 Live and get more people to watch.
Well, maybe they shouldn't film it after SmackDown.
Yeah, that is a...
You know,
when everyone just wants to go home.
You know what would work? Putting it before SmackDown. I mean, Raw,
yeah, but
then you don't get a crowd. Then you don't get a crowd at all.
Well, Raw is 3 hours.
And do you remember Main Event in fucking Superstars?
Anyways, so here's
Main Event.
All right, I don't even want to talk about this match. I want to talk about the Raw after this match.
Oh, and there's the Raw after that one too.
Well, anyways,
because they're doing something really weird here because they're flip flopping what they do each week. The first Raw after this, apparently like because of the way Enzo Amore won his match, he comes out and basically starts like saying,
he hits on the entire cruiserweight division and calls them all names, making this effectively an Enzo heel turn.
Right, and then
Neville comes out and they Neville, the cruiserweight division, and Braun Strowman all beat the shit out of Enzo.
Why Braun Strowman?
Cruiserweight Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman comes out and destroys Enzo for no reason other than he's Braun Strowman, and then he lets the cruiserweight division destroy him.
Cruiserweight Braun Strowman.
And then the next week he somehow Enzo gets this thing where anyone who dares touch him will get fired, and proceeds to make fun of all the cruiserweights. So it's like,
yeah, that's classic heel shit.
Well, it's almost like they buried Enzo on one week and then he buries them the next week. It's like,
I think him getting beaten up by all the cruiserweights is burial. If it's a 20-on-1 fight, you're gonna lose.
Unless you're John Cena. Remember that match? Yeah. Remember that match of John Cena and Randy Orton versus all of Raw?
No, here's the awesomeness.
It feels weird. It's like they're pushing Enzo, but they're not. It's
no.
Weird.
You have to realize, Roxanne, I think this is the first good booking Enzo's got in a long time. Let me explain. Let me break this down to you.
Let me whip this out.
So they want to boost ratings. They want to boost ratings for 205 Live, right? So here's the genius of this booking. I will vouch for this booking. So they introduced Enzo, a complete outside from the cruiserweight division. Never competed in the cruiserweight classic. The experience gap between him and everyone else in the division is drastic. So they do the only thing they can to introduce Enzo into that division and make it make sense. They turn him heel. So now you've got this guy who cheated to win the championship and who everyone in the cruiserweight division hates, whether you're a heel or a babyface. In fact, when they came out there, they had Drew Gulak, I believe is his name, right?
Drew Gulak, yeah.
Yeah. Who I love his character, by the way. He enforces no fly zones in the cruiserweight division.
Lovely.
Who?
Drew Gulak.
Oh, I don't.
hung out with Tony
He
Nese a
comes
lot
out
in
in
the
a
early
suit
days
on
of
205
Cruiserweight.
Live and talks about no-fly zones.
I don't think I've seen him. So,
Well, the great moment
I can't think of what
after
he looks like or anything.
he's got short brown hair. He kind of looks like
Let me go to WWE.com.
Anyways, so there was this great moment during the cruiserweight beatdown, by the way, where like one of the cruiserweights goes to the top rope. I think and Drew goes up to him and says, "Hey, no fly zone, no fly zone," and all the cruiserweights are going, "Come on, it's Enzo, come on, we're beating up Enzo," and Drew thinks for a moment, as the guy's just sitting on the top rope waiting to pounce on Enzo, and he goes, "Okay, you can do it. All right, just this once, you can do it." And he hits like a I don't know, it's a 450 or whatever, I can't remember, on Enzo, and it's everybody pops for it. So Enzo is the uniting force of the cruiserweight division. Everyone hates him. So you can turn anyone who has previously been a heel babyface in the cruiserweight division by having them fight Enzo. It's brilliant.
That is true. I've heard someone suggest that, this isn't a way. Having him turn heel is a way they can subtly punish Enzo for all his backstage shenanigans.
But here's the thing: he's gonna get more over.
By turning heel, he's not gonna be selling merch. He's gonna take a hit in merch sales.
Okay, maybe. Oh, yeah. Apparently, he was bragging a lot about his merch sales, so that could be a punishment. But here's the backwards thing about this: looking like an idiot as a babyface is death. Looking like an idiot as a heel, it's just fine. So, Enzo looking like an idiot week after week is probably going to get him over.
As a heel, definitely.
Yeah. He's going to be far more over as a heel than he ever was as a babyface without Big Cass.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, without Big Cass, he wasn't.
He is better as a shit talking heel if he doesn't have Big Cass.
Yeah, and
he's just a guy you want to shut up.
And honestly, after this, like, I thought Enzo would make a great manager, and managers really don't work as baby faces, with the exception of, I guess, Titus O'Neil's recent push.
Yeah.
But that was an organic face turn. That wasn't like
I've changed my ways.
As a babyface manager. So
wasn't it like he was a heel and it was kind of chintzy and people liked it?
Pretty much. It was really cheesy and people were like, "Okay, we get behind this Titus brand thing."
And they were just like, fuck it, he's a good guy now.
Yeah. And Tozawa was eating popcorn and hot dogs at ringside.
Hey, he treats his charge well.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing that immediately got Titus Brand over was when he was courting Apollo as a client, and Apollo just had what the fuck face on the entire time. Like, the fuck is going on? But yeah, I will defend Enzo's booking as heel cruiserweight champion. I think that brings a new life to the division. I hate seeing Neville lose the title, but I think this will be a good thing overall.
Well, it's better than the situation we had before this, where Neville was pretty much the only valid cruiserweight who seems like he had a lot of contention for the title. Everyone else was trading wins, and no one had wind in their sails. And Tozawa was their top babyface, but it didn't feel like it. But he was.
Yeah.
So this is marginally better. They could actually have a main event and have it be whoever the fuck beats up Enzo Amore.
Also, the fun thing with Enzo being somehow the least credible of the cruiserweights and the champion means that whoever goes against him is credible. Amazing. Like, when I first saw Enzo win, I was really taken aback, and I thought, this is really shitty. But I have come around really strong for this.
I was gonna say, it's like if fucking James Ellsworth became a champion, but he could cut a promo.
Hearing you talk about this, Rob, makes me think I want to give this more of a chance than I originally was going to.
On the counterpoint you could argue is that, yeah, but all the Cruiserweight Championship matches are going to feature Enzo Amore, so they're not going to be as good. You could argue that.
Well, just have someone win the title from Enzo.
But here's the thing: it's like a Conor McGregor fight. You're buying the fight because he talks a lot of shit.
Yeah, the difference is that Conor McGregor can actually backs up what he says.
Unless it's boxing.
Unless it's boxing, or it's, well, to be fair, he went 10 rounds with Floyd Mayweather, so that was a pretty strong showing.
Floyd Mayweather was still kind of a piece of shit, though.
Yes, he is. So we get from that incredible tangent to the thing that pissed me off the most about the pay-per-view. Brock Lesnar defends his championship against Braun Strowman and retains.
It's just this whole thing about, like, what about making new stars, you know?
Yeah,
Braun Strowman has almost a viral following at this point. Everyone fucking likes him. Even when he's just killing people indiscriminately.
And if they really want to, and here's the thing, if they're so dead set on Roman Reigns, which is a given, you know, I don't know if they, and Roman Reigns and Brock versus Brock Lesnar can capture what the match that they had at WrestleMania where they beat the shit out of each other. I don't know if they're going to be able to do the same. They might be able to. If they do, it would be something. But like,
I thought that match was dull until Seth Rollins came in.
Yeah, the problem with, well, I thought it was pretty damn good. The problem is, since then, I don't know what it is, but Brock Lesnar's conditioning has and cardio has gone to absolute shit. He gets gassed.
Well, why do you think every main event with Brock Lesnar either lasts less than 10 minutes, or he gets knocked out about, like, a third into the match and shows up in the last 3 minutes? It's because you don't want to see this fucking 40-year-old guy just panting for trying to get a fucking breath.
If they make his match if they make his match with Roman long, they're fucking stupid. But I wouldn't be. But of course, it's WWE. I wouldn't put it past them.
You know what? If you're gonna commit to Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman.
Yes, exactly.
Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar.
I know it's been done before, but at least they'd have a fucking better match than. There's a much higher chance of it being a better match.
You know what? If you're gonna commit to Roman Reigns being the guy at that point, have him just murder Brock Lesnar. Just have him Goldberg fucking Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Because you know what? At that point, everyone will be like, "Well, shit." And
you've already essentially made him that he can hit his finisher once and win. Just have him spear Brock Lesnar out of the gate like Goldberg and win. Fuck it.
This is what I imagine the match being. This is hilarious. Okay, you ready? Right out of the gate, Superman punch, followed by Superman punch, followed by Superman punch, followed by Superman punch. He does 10 Superman punches, spears him, and then wins.
So basically, basically he does the equivalent of what Brock Lesnar would do, except
replace suplexes with Superman punches. Yes.
Superman punch city. Yeah.
Or just hits tons of spears.
Spear, 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 spear.
God damn it. Okay.
Just
I-
spears
I
him.
would just love-
Just spears him back and forth in like a perfect looping gif.
That would be amazing if he just keeps running the ropes and hitting him.
Oh my god.
Magfire, you missed it, but we were talking about if they're gonna go this direction of Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, just commit to the idea and have Roman Reigns just fucking kill Brock Lesnar.
Please. I would be okay with it.
Like, just squash him.
Yes. Thank you. All right. It would be
but-
it would probably be a terrible main event match, but fuck it.
It would be
take it.
better than a 20-minute Brock Lesnar versus Roman
No,
match.
let's be fair here. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns at what was it, 31? That wasn't horrible.
I thought it was dull until Seth.
I
came
thought
in.
it was
I
dull
thought it
until
was
Seth came in.
I thought it was just fine, and then Seth came in and made it great.
and I agree with Mega Fighter. I thought.
Well,
they
your
were
opinion's fucking stupid, okay?
Hey, wait a minute.
My opinion's the only valid one. This show's pointless. This show is pointless. It's canceled.
Oh my god.
And then C-Show is canceled for the millionth time.
Hey, now wait a minute. You were perfectly fine with the match back when we watched it at 31. I don't know what this dull shit is about. Your,
So
your opinion is wrong.
Yeah. Haven't you got? Yeah, I think I do remember you guys liking the match when we reviewed it then. Why are you flip flopping now?
so
Or are you just not
no,
remembering it?
I never liked the match.
They
I don't.
beat
I
the
do
shit out
recall.
of. I thought they.
I have.
I
You
remember
are
them
lying
beating
if
the
you
shit
say
out of
I.
each other and it being rather entertaining. In that.
No,
I-
Roman.
I don't know if Alex
Brock
beat
Tan-
back-
They were kind
Or-
of stiffing. They were stiffing each other.
Yeah, that was
I
actually.
have never
I
liked
it.
a Brock Lesnar WrestleMania main event since Triple H versus Brock Lesnar.
Oh, well, that match was. Good lord.
That wasn't a main event.
That was his first match back, so that's what I'm talking about.
That was like the same. That one was them doing the same thing through Brock Lesnar doing the same thing through the entire match, where he would work. He worked the arm the entire match. He would like.
Yeah,
do
but
some stuff with the arm, and then
I'm
he
so
kept
far
putting him in
removed
he
from
kept
that.
putting him in the Kimura all the time. That was.
I'm so far removed from that match. I don't even remember it, so I'm just gonna say that one.
That was
Anyways.
actually that was at SummerSlam, I think, where he did that.
Okay. I'm pretty sure they wrestled each other at WrestleMania at one point, but okay.
They might have. They might have. I don't remember.
But
I don't recall that.
I recall that was where oh no, Triple H versus Undertaker was the one where he had dry ice burn. But anyways, this match, Braun Strowman versus Brock Lesnar, pissed me off so much because Braun Strowman destroyed Brock Lesnar, and just like the Roman Reigns match, one F5 and it's over.
Yep.
This match was so good up until then, by the way, because
He did.
But we
He,
had-
I mean, he did hit 6 German suplexes, but still,
so
yeah. I said, but still.
Strowman hit him with 2 choke slams and threw him through everything.
Yes.
Wait,
And hit him with. Didn't he hit him with?
no,
multiple
2
fucking-
running power slams and 2 choke slams, I think.
Actually, 3 running power slams.
And that's finish.
according to the the recap. He hit his finisher 3 times. So. But he was unable to cover Lesnar on 2 of them.
This is just atrocious, really. Like, you cannot. Why even put Braun Strowman in this match if you're going to treat him this way?
Yeah, it's
He-
like you
You
build this-
destroy the illusion of him being an unbeatable monster this
Yeah,
way.
it's like you build this guy as this like super dominant guy. I mean, part of the mystique kind of lost when he lost lost a little bit when he lost to Roman, but they immediately found a way to get that back. I mean that astounds me that they were able to do that. I think it was part in just because of how fucking good Braun Strowman's become.
I mean, at this point, if you were going to book Braun Strowman to lose this, you needed to do some cartoony shit to put him down. You needed Brock Lesnar to drop a bus on him.
Brock Lesnar.
No, he'd still shake that off though.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah,
Brock
but it would
Lesnar
be enough
somehow,
for the pinfall, Mega Fighter.
Brock
Sure.
Lesnar carries the fucking ambulance from the ambulance match to the ring. And it just drops it on.
It would. I mean, the thing you have to realize, Mega Fighter, is it would take more than 3 seconds for Braun Strowman to get it off him, and that's all Brock Lesnar needs.
Yeah, but by that point, we had the question of, does it count as Brock pinning him or the bus?
Well, if Brock is on top of the bus, then yes.
Brock Lesnar somehow revives the shark that he killed in that one commercial and smacks Braun Strowman with it over and over again.
I mean, this is plugging someone else's stuff, but since when have we cared on this show? Johnny on the New Legacy Inc. Discord said that Braun Strowman, he had a dream that this match happened and Braun Strowman turned the ring on top of Brock Lesnar. But he said in his dream, though, it was really obvious. The hydraulics were used to help him, and it was really obvious. Because how do you flip a ring over and not make it look obvious that there's hydraulics? You'd be showing half the audience the undercarriage there of the ring. But, just once you have Braun Strowman flip an ambulance, how do you become a credible threat to him after one F5? How? It makes no sense.
Brock Lesnar clones himself.
See, that would be reasonable. It's a sentence I just said about Brock Lesnar clones.
Or he summons the 6 great colleagues that we talked about earlier.
I mean, at any point, you either need multiple people, either need multiple finishers, multiple people, or bullshit cartoon logic to beat Braun Strowman at this point. You cannot beat him with one finisher. It is just not happening.
You could, what could work is fuck it. I mean, I know. Fuck it. Have Roman Reigns come out and hit Braun Strowman with like a spear and a Superman punch, and then Brock win, and then Brock hits the F5.
That would have worked.
I'd buy that.
That would have worked if Roman was like, "No, fuck you, I'm getting my championship shot."
And then immediately after Brock wins, he gets into an intense. He's like staring. He's staring a hole at Brock Lesnar, basically saying, "I want you," kind of thing.
That would work. So that was No Mercy. Do you guys want to do predictions for Hell in a Cell?
Predictions for Hell in a Cell. Let's look at the.
I will give you the matches, and then you tell me the results. How about that?
Okay. All right.
So far we have 4 matches booked. Okay. This isn't going to be much of a prediction, but all right. 4 matches booked for the show. As of this morning. First match, Natalya versus Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Could go either way, but I think if they're smart, they keep the title on Natalya for a while longer.
I agree. I would be okay either way in this match.
They very well could give the title to Charlotte just to pad out her stats some more.
I mean, Charlotte's very good though, so I don't have a problem with it. But I'm gonna give this match to Natalya.
Yeah, Natalya deserves a run. She deserves so much.
Yeah.
Mega Fighter.
I mean, Natalya does deserve it, but see, I have a feeling it's probably going to go to Charlotte, just because I'm so used to this kind of stuff from WWE. I feel like Charlotte's the most likely option.
All right. Next we have New Day versus Usos. The New Day, who are the champions, versus the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, in which they'll steal the show again.
And the Usos will probably get the title back.
Year.
And the Usos get the title back, yes.
It's just going to keep going. This goddamn constant Ouroboros.
Well, I'm going to look at this the other way. If the New Day retain, what other heels are on the roster to challenge them?
Good.
I don't know who else would fight them for the title. The Ascension?
Nope.
Fucking.
They haven't really built them up yet.
Oh, you're right. Surely the Surf Dudes with Attitude.
Yeah.
Or the Top Guns. Wait, we can't call them that? Shit.
Or you mean the Danger Zone?
The Danger Zone, yes.
What are
I
you
think if the
talking
Usos
about?
win it, then Vu and Do are going to challenge them.
What are you talking about?
What? You watched Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
I forgot.
How could you forget the Surf Dudes with Attitudes?
I forgot.
Well, clearly, it needs to be the Bushers.
The Butchers. Does
Dry
Frank
Rub
Frank still
Doug
work with the
and,
company?
and Frantic Frank.
I thought he was running for mayor.
Who was the team of Rollins and the
That was the
That's
the Butchers.
Oh,
That's
that
the
was
Butchers.
Rollins
Dry
and
Rub
Rhino.
Doug and Frantic Frank.
It was Rollins and Rhino. But it's probably just going to be Vu and Do.
I mean, we haven't seen them forever, so I don't know.
After they scared off Adam Dung.
So I guess it's got to be the Usos, because what other tag teams are there on the rough?
Breezango.
Yeah, but they're baby faces. Are they going to fight the New Day?
Breezango?
Breezango could fight the Usos. I don't think they're going to fight New Day.
Tyler Breeze and Fandango. I'm genuinely trying to think of other tag teams.
I know.
And all I can think is just Breezango again.
Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon in a Hell in a Cell match.
Kevin Owens kind of has to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Shane's job is pretty much two job.
I mean, he has to throw Shane off the cell at one point and murder him, so...
Yeah.
And then a helicopter crashes.
Then a helicopter crashes.
Oh my god.
You fall off buildings!
Oh dear God. You know, given that SmackDown booking has tail dived because they don't have the same guy anymore and they have Road Dogg, I wouldn't be surprised if Shane wins somehow.
I don't think that's going to happen, especially in a Hell in a Cell match. Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura in a racism match for the WWE Championship.
Oh my god.
Probably Jinder.
It better be Shinsuke.
You know,
I swear to God.
You know, I as much as I wouldn't be surprised with Jinder, WWE's got to be like, as what Culture pointed out, they've got to be. They're pretty much aware that the whole trying to get the India market isn't working.
Also, you want to talk about racism? There has never been a Japanese WWE champion.
Yes.
Ever. So
Ever.
and Shinsuke, I've said this before. Shinsuke doesn't need to speak to get over. He is the biggest international babyface you could have, because all you need to do is watch his match. You don't need to hear him speak.
But
watch him walk to the ring and he's over.
WWE thinks probably. I'm assuming Vince most likely, and his slew of kiss asses probably think, and dumbass writers probably think he needs to speak to get over, or he has to be able to talk well, or they
he
don't
can talk. He just needs to.
He can talk, but he's kind of limited into basic promos right now.
Well, I mean, what does Shinsuke really need to say?
Not much.
All Shinsuke needs to say is you, me, Kinshasa. Pretty much. Like, you, me, I'm going to take the title. That's all he needs to say.
Well, yeah, it was.
He says everything he needs to in body language.
Yeah. It was actually kind of embarrassing because I watched the end of SmackDown. I watched a highlight. It's so much easier now that people put out like highlight videos of both Raw and SmackDown that you can watch and get just. You don't have to watch the whole show. You can just they show you like the best highlights of each match and the highlights from the promo, so you can just. It's really so much easier to watch that way. It's sad to say that WWE is so much harder to watch now. That it's just better to watch a highlight video. But anyway, that in his promo he actually did the whole sticks and stones and will break my bones, but words will never hurt me. He actually said that. It's like
Shinsuke said that?
Yes.
I guess they are writing his promos for him, but
yep.
Even that would be interesting hearing I just want to hear Shinsuke talk, so I don't really know if that would affect me, but he's not a bad English speaker. He's it's still a second language for him, and you can really tell, but yeah. I listened to him on Jericho's podcast, and he spoke very, very well. But all Shinsuke needs is like 5 seconds in the ring to show what he can do, and he can be your champion.
And he's basically Daniel Bryan levels of over right now. Whenever he's out there, everybody in the arena is chanting Nakamura.
Also,
he's close. If he's not Daniel Bryan levels of over, he's fucking close.
And I can't believe they haven't spoken this yet, but there's 2 important facts about Shinsuke that need to be brought up in WWE. 1, he's a legitimate MMA fighter. And 2, he's beaten Brock Lesnar before.
He has?
New Japan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They've brought up his IWGP title before. They have not brought up.
They definitely brought that, but I didn't know he actually faced Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
In Japan.
I'm pretty sure Shinsuke won.
Oh, yeah,
I'm not sure.
It was like a triple threat for like the IWGP title.
Did Shinsuke win that? Or
I think so, yeah. I think that's when he got his first shot.
I didn't even know Brock Lesnar was in Japan.
Yeah.
He was like the first Gaijin IWGP champion.
I mean, I know. Well, he was in Japan that one time.
He probably wasn't.
I remember he was in Japan and killed Kofi Kingston in Beast from the East. I remember that.
Like, no. I think Brock Lesnar wasn't, because, who am I thinking of? Vader probably was one of the first. Oh, wait, no, he didn't. He wasn't in the triple threat. He just fought Brock for the title and lost.
Oh yeah, he lost to Brock Lesnar. My bad.
Brock won the title in the triple threat is what I'm remembering.
That's right.
Okay.
However, they have fought before.
Yeah.
And if they had Brock here's another thing that you could do to put Shinsuke over. I know they're on separate brands, but whatever. Have just like a backstage scene, maybe at a major pay-per-view that has both brands on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just have like Shinsuke and Brock pass each other and have Brock acknowledge him.
Yeah.
That would be that can we just like live in that universe for a minute where you actually book things that make sense and you utilize them to their fullest? Would be nice.
Oh, I wish we
Well,
could live in that.
This has been the C Show saying, well, fuck.
Oh, shit. You should have, Okay.
It breaks my heart to say that this will be the final C Show ever, and that I love my community and I love every single episode, and this episode of the C Show will be the greatest C Show that will ever happen.
Is this a Rick and Morty reference? What is this?
We all love you, except Mega Fighter. He cheated on your girlfriend last night. And
Yeah.
and
Wait, you're meaning to you're stretching my suspension of disbelief here. You mean Mega Fighter had sex?
it was a misunderstanding. She thought it was a fat lesbian. It's fine. Don't worry about it. And
You mean
we're having dramatic music in the background. I swear to God, nothing's wrong. This is the last episode of C Show. It's canceled. I canceled it earlier. You fucking heard me. And you'll never see us again. Fuck TLC. Fuck Hell in a Cell. You'll never, oh God, see us
Fuck Hell in a Cell.
ever again. Fuck you. Good night.